Wyatt! Juno!
Hi, Juno.
Juno! You fiend!
Just like right on time.
Juno, we have been recording for 5 frickin' seconds and she decided, you know what?
Like you literally hit the button and you're like, okay, we're recording, and then she jumped on the table.
She knew. Welcome, 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 y'all. My name is Riddle, and this is my lovely, amazing, beautiful girlfriend. Please tell me your name.
Hi, I'm Peach.
Yes, this is not the third time we are trying, but third time is the charm, as they say. I am not good at this.
Fine.
I'm fine. Okay. Well, basically, we are going to be talking about the most out-of-character, silly, ridiculous warrior facts. Because, please tell me your familiarity with warriors, babe.
Yeah, so I started reading the series back in probably 4th grade or so when my next door neighbor introduced me to it. I think the first book I read was actually like Midnight because it just happened to be the one that was available at the library.
That works. That's fair.
And then I figured out like where the series started and read through and was like actively reading during the Power of Three arc. I read like all of the like comics that came out at the time. I read the guidebooks. I read the super editions that had come out. I think I read both Firestar's Quest and Blue Star's Prophecy, whatever. Sorry.
You're fine, sweetie.
And then I read The Fourth Apprentice in, I think, high school for us, probably. Hi, Juno. I read the Fourth Apprentice and was really bored by it, and then just didn't continue with the series after that, which was like kind of sad. I was also like really active in like roleplay forums and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed the series up until that point because it was fun and it was kitty cats.
It's fun and it's kitty cats, and that's probably the main appeal of this series.
Yes, exactly. Like who doesn't like kitty cats and who doesn't like fun? And that's what I was there for. And then the fun went away, so then I stopped.
The fun went away and then I stopped. Honestly, I think that is pretty much the majority of our age group, whoever fell out of it. That's what happened. They got to OotS, they decided, this ain't for me, chief, and then dropped off.
OotS being Omen of the Stars.
Yes.
Okay.
Apologies, I was brought up on Warrior's Wish, where we called the Power of Three Teapot and Omen of the Stars OotS. So now it is forever ingrained in my brain to call it like that. I picked up the series October 2004-ish, and that was A Dangerous Path, and I chose it because it had very fun little kitties on it, and I thought it was the coolest cover, and that was about the extent of my brain power. Children! Why? Why are you arguing? Fantastic start. We're doing amazing. We're doing amazing, sweetie.
We're great.
We're great at this.
You're great.
Thank you. You're great.
So the second arc wouldn't have been out by then. So maybe it was later that I picked this series up.
It could have been. I just know basically how I can gauge it, for me, is just because I knew the second series wasn't out, because I remember freaking out as soon as I realized, oh my god, there's more books. Because I just thought it was just the first 6 books. Because I picked it up, A Dangerous Path, in October 2004. I loved it. I had no idea what was going on. So I asked my parents, hey, can I have the rest of this series for Christmas? So I got that, and I went to work going through it.
I just remember, like, I remember the cover with, like, Brambleclaw on it with, like, or maybe that was actually Leafpool. I don't know.
No, that was Midnight. That was Midnight.
Yeah, and, like, I remember them, like, getting to the lake or whatever, and then I remember going back and being like, where's the lake?
Basically, I have a lot of familiarity with warriors. I did fall off the wagon in Omen of the Stars. Why are you laughing at me?
Just the metaphor of falling off, like, I feel like falling off the wagon is getting back into warriors. Because falling off the wagon is, like, a metaphor for, like, drinking after you've been sober for a while.
Fair. I was thinking, like, fell off the bandwagon.
Oh, okay.
But we can consider warriors alcohol because it truly is a drug. So basically, I fell out midway through Home of the Stars. I had not gotten to Holly Leaf's Return. Spoiler alert for anyone who has not read that. She is alive.
I knew that.
Yeah. And that is actually basically what the entire premise of this is about. We are going to discuss the most silly, random moments from Warriors because if we are going back to the drugs, I fell off the actual wagon because I got back into the series in 2018 when I picked up the books again with Dawn of the Clans, fell back in love with it, and now I'm here in hell again. And I can now torture my girlfriend.
Yeah, you kind of, like, dragged me back in, because, like, other than, like, seeing fan art every once in a while, like, I followed, like, a couple of, like, some of the bigger name fan artists I didn't actually know were big names in the fandom. I just was like, you have pretty art.
They do have pretty art. Like, I think that is the coolest thing about this fandom. They have pretty art. They're so talented!
But yeah, aside from that, like, I barely thought about Warriors since I, like, stopped reading the books back in high school, and
now
so,
you're dating me.
And now I'm dating you, and you introduced me to, like, Moon Kitty videos, and those were very fun, and...
Mm-hmm. And basically, we came up with this idea to do this because we were talking over Christmas, just late at night. I don't know what the subject was on. We just somehow went into an hour-long discussion in bed just talking about Warriors. And now we're here. Because I asked on Twitter for lovely people to tell me the most inane, weird facts about Warriors since the Fourth Apprentice, and we have got a buttload, including ones I have added myself. And I am very delighted.
Well, I am interested in finding out things, because, like, I'm honestly, like, I'm curious, because just through osmosis from what you watch and, like, overhearing, like, you playing videos, or, like, watching videos with you, or, like, I really enjoyed a lot of the Moon Kitty videos that you had shown me, so I went and watched them a lot of them on my own. So I am curious to find out things that I haven't already discovered, because what I have discovered is already buck wild.
Yeah. And as far as I remember talking with Moon, she has said that some of the facts in her videos, like, are obvious jokes.
Well, yeah.
But, no, what I mean is just, like, they're obvious jokes, but the series is so loud at this point, you can't tell what is the joke and what is actually real.
Yes.
And that is what we are here to do.
Yes.
So I think might be best to start with kind of like an overview of what's happened in the books since The Fourth Apprentice.
Okay.
So, what do you know about Home of the Stars?
I know that Dove Paw, who I believe becomes Dove Wing.
Yep.
Okay. Has green eyes and
Supposedly has green eyes.
And she is the actual, like, other part of the prophecy, because for some reason they decided to do a twist, and they're like, hey, instead of it being, like, the sibling that would make sense, we're making it some other child born, like, a couple years later being the other part of the prophecy, just because they happen to also fit, like, being Firestar's, like,
Kin thing.
I don't remember who, like, their parents are, and I know there's also, like, Ivy Paw, and I know, I think I vaguely remember, like, Ivy Paw training. I don't even know if this was, like, in the book, or if it was something that I just picked up via osmosis, but I know she's trained in, like, the Dark Forest at some point.
Yep.
I know Dove Paw has weird, poorly defined powers, and I don't really know what they are. And that's kind of all I know. And, like, I know, like, at some point in the future, there's, like, a fight with the Dark Forest. I don't know if that's in this series or like 3 down the line. I have no idea. I know there's a fight with the Dark Forest and StarClan at some point.
Yes, that is in this arc.
Oh, and I know that Firestar gets killed by a tree.
Yes, technically he gets killed from exhaustion from wounds, but it's just a lot easier and a lot funnier to say he just got killed by a tree. Just went, poof, splat him.
Yes, that's like the majority of what I know. I don't know if there's like anything else that's actually important in that series.
We got a lot of the main staples of Omen of the Stars correct. Dovewing and her sister Ivypool basically have a strained relationship because Ivypool is incredibly bitter about Dovewing being part of the prophecy and what she perceives to be special preferential treatment, even though it's not really anything that special. But you know what? Here we go. She gets tricked into or manipulated into joining the Dark Forest as part of Hot Frost's manipulation.
Like, Tawny Pelt has babies and for some godforsaken reason decides to name one after her evil fascist father.
Yep. Tigerheart.
And then he, like, at some point becomes leader and also dates Dovewing for some reason, and I don't really understand or know why.
His name is Tigerheart.
Yes.
He becomes Tigerheart Star because I refuse to call him Tiger Star. I guess we can call him Tiger Star Remix, Tiger Star 2.0, but he is not Tiger Star. But yes, he falls in love with Dovewing. Ivypool is glaring daggers at them the entire time because she is very disapproving of this lifestyle her sister has chosen for herself.
Heterosexuality.
Heterosexuality really is a drug.
It's okay, Ivypool. Like, I get it. You know, I too have a sibling who chose that lifestyle.
Yes, exactly. And they eventually come to terms with each other, and Ivypool basically becomes a Dark Forest trainee turncoat and is just feeding the 3 information. But she feels like she is being judged, so she really didn't tell them that much information.
What information is there to tell?
Like what the Dark Forest plans are, like what...
Are they telling them?
Not really, from what I remember. Because they're still trying to go with the premise, oh, we are a clan, we are more important than your individual clans. Kind of like seeding that distrust, except obviously it doesn't work. But you know what? Some things... You just gotta roll with things in Warriors sometimes.
Yeah.
And, okay, so, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That stuff happens. Meet a lot of fun characters in terms of Briarlight. I love Briarlight. Mwah. Amazing. Jayfeather. This is actually one of my facts. Jayfeather decides to go into the past again.
Okay.
He basically gets yeeted back. Because you'll remember back in Power of 3, he went into the past.
He gently caressed the stick and then, like, had a girlfriend for 5 minutes.
Yes, basically. And he told them, hey, you should go to the mountains, even though there's no reason they should go to the mountains.
And he broke the stick.
He does break the stick eventually. In The Sign of the Moon, which is the 4th book, and I'm pretty sure that's the one I dropped off on because no one likes that book. It's a traveling book. Jayfeather goes back in time, times 2 Electric Boogaloo, to found the tribe, which he convinced in the first place to go up to the mountains and starve there. Which, of course, later kickstarts the Dawn of the Clan series, where they are dying because they're in the mountains, and they need to split up and have half the tribe go found the clans in the forest. So yes, the lake is actually the clan's ancestral home.
I want to know where these, like, apparently so, like, high and barren mountains are in the UK that they can't find any food.
I mean, there's a mountain lion, babe. We have destroyed any logic that there is a canon forest or a canon lake. Like, it's It is a mishmash. For all we know, it could be on Australia.
Okay.
But,
Yes.
yes. So basically, he founds the tribe, which he does through by basically possessing his, what would you call his descendant? His ancestor, which he is reincarnated from. So he is Jay's wing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he is
I
somehow
remember Jay's wing.
So he is somehow reincarnated from Jay's wing. There is no reason or rationale why.
Yes, because reincarnation happens like twice in the series, and at least once there was like some like direct connection, and then this one is apparently like, hey, I mean, this is a long time ago for cats, so I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 years ago.
My interpretation is that it's about 70 years ago, but that's because I imagine the main series took place in the 2000s, so when that was going on.
Okay.
And Kate Carey imagines a character died in the Dawn of the Clans by like one of the real old-timey cars. So that would have placed it in the 30s. And I'm like, I just find that much more fun. She does not have any say whatsoever in what an actual canon is, but I like to imagine that's canon because it makes my heart happy to think that this poor character got mowed down by...
They got killed in the air raids on London.
No! Oh, that's horrible. Oh my god, that's awful.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry whatsoever.
No, I'm not.
But yes, the other character you're thinking of is Cinderpelt, who was reincarnated into Cinderheart. Basically, because she got her soul yeeted into this little kit and trapped there. But like, they didn't want to commit to it, so they're like, oh, they're actually two separate beings. Cinderheart already had a soul, so she was already the kit. So Cinderpelt apparently possessed this kit's body until she was yeeted and separated and went to StarClan.
Why?
I don't know, babe, because the fans were upset that Cinderpelt would no longer be Cinderpelt.
I mean, yeah, it's upsetting. She was a lovely character, but that's kind of the point of character deaths, to be upsetting.
I know.
I mean, I know this happened because I did read those books, but still.
I was there.
I was there. But anyway, yes, okay, so yeah,
she is reincarnated and
she's
eventually separated because basically the fandom was like, Cinderpelt won't be Cinderpelt when she goes to StarClan. It'll just be Cinderheart, and that's boring. Which honestly, yeah, same. But also, this plot point should have never existed in the first place, and it's very ableist and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But technically, there are two other incarnations.
Oh, okay.
Because Jay, Dove, and Lion are all reincarnated.
Oh, I mean, okay, that I can. I guess that tracks. Are they Are they?
Jay's wing, Dove's wing, and Lion's roar. And they have zero plot relevance whatsoever. They're basically Easter eggs. There's no real reason. It's just there.
So then why are they related to Firestar? Why does that matter?
I don't know. Because Firestar is the protagonist boy.
Yes.
He is protagonist clan leader. So he must be the central focus.
Yes. Okay. The fact here is that Jay Feather possessed his ancestor to found the tribe, which then, if I'm extrapolating from what you said correctly, then left the or at least some of it left the mountains to form Dawn of the Clans.
Mm-hmm. Basically, half of the clan, or half of the tribe, is like, okay, we're dying, we're gonna go that way, and went to the forest instead. And which honestly, Dawn of the Clans is a fantastic story. I love Dawn of the Clans. It's just the entire concept is mind-bogglingly silly.
Okay.
But yes, so we got in that point. That is Son of the Moon, and Hollyleaf comes back in the next book, the Lost Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly have not read The Lost Warrior or The Last Hope, and I just know from plot points that I have seen afterwards. But basically, yes, Hollyleaf comes back to atone for her sins.
I mean, did she really commit any sins?
I mean, she did murder someone.
He deserved it. She also did something with Soul, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't think she really did anything with
Like,
Saul.
she talked to him.
Yes, because talking to someone is
And-
automatically a sin.
I'm trying to remember. I felt like there was more to that, but I don't actually remember what it was.
I don't know. Somehow she thought he was a lion. That is majority of what I remember with her relationship with Soul.
Yeah.
She basically got trapped in the tunnels, and she somehow, according to the family tree, may or may not be like pseudo mates with Fallen Leaves, who is the dead spirit possessing like the little like haunting the tunnels, because
So she
we must have a straight romance. But I reject that canonicity with all my heart. It is not canon. They are just friends.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess if she has to, like, be involved, at least she has, like, a ghost boyfriend. Like,
Nah. Hollyleaf is either asexual or a lesbian. I refuse to consider anything in terms of a boyfriend.
doing, like, the I don't remember. But that's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining, like, Hollyleaf, like
We are not having a potted plant.
doing like on a little potting wheel, like being gently guided by her ghost friend / boyfriend.
No. Moving on. Into the Last Hope.
Yes.
Basically, kind of preparation for the big battle between the Dark Forest and StarClan / the Living Cats. Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
We already knew this. They have a last minute secondary prophecy.
Of course.
The secondary prophecy is basically there will be a fourth cat.
Okay.
So it's not just a 3, there is a 4th. Can you tell me who the 4th might be?
Okay. Well, like, my primary guess would be Hollyleaf, because, like, surprise, she actually is involved. My secondary guess would be Ivy Pool, because you get to be special too. My tertiary guess is some other rando out there who just, like, happens to be tangentially related to Firestar. I don't even know if this one has to be related to Firestar. Maybe it's Tigerheart. I don't know.
See, I'm just dying inside because you went through literally everyone's thought process. Oh, it'll be Hollyleaf. Oh, it'll be Ivy Pool. Oh, it'll be some character who has any relevance to this arc. You want to know who it is actually?
Smudge.
No, it's not Smudge, but he is a good boy, and he deserves to be living his kitty cat retirement in peace.
Barley. It's Barley.
No, I don't think it's Barley. It's...
Ravenpaw.
No, don't put the gays in this. They don't deserve to be attached to this. It's Firestar.
Firestar is kin of his own kin?
Technically, that does not have to be the rule for this specific prophecy.
Okay, so is the prophecy literally just there will be a fourth, or is there more to this prophecy?
Let me look it up to have it. The end of the stars draws near. 3 must become 4 to battle the darkness that lasts forever. So literally, there will be a 4th.
They need to perform mitosis.
Perform mitosis, just 3 becomes 4.
Exactly. Like, Lion Blaze is large. We just separate him into 2 cats.
You know what? I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Just separate him. Just kind of like, he's fine. He'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Like, Firestar's, like, what? Probably in his kitty cat version of, like, his 60s? Let the dude rest.
No, he must have an epic battle where he fights Tiger Star because everyone gave the authors hell for him not getting to defeat Tiger Star. I'm like, that was a fun twist. Why would you cave to the fandom?
Like, that was fun, like that. It was a twist, but it wasn't like a narratively unsatisfying twist, because like it was him, like, instead of like, you know, the hero getting their triumphant moment, it was the villain getting hoisted by his own petard.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the only thing I would have said I would have preferred with that twist is that Scourge had been given more weight, that he had been more present and had more hints towards him.
Oh yeah,
prior to that book.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I thought that was a very fun twist, and I had no interest in seeing Tiger Star be the
villain again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Yes. It's like kind of like every so often he'll be a little deflated, then you have to like blow into him like a balloon, like, and then you have your little kitty cat balloon, and then you have to spike him with a spike.
Like, was that their just like desperate attempt to get the old readers back? Because it's like, look, Firestar's doing things.
Maybe? Like, I think that was...
You guys like Firestar, right?
I think the idea was because this was supposed to be the end of the series. Omen of the Stars was supposed to be the end.
Oh.
And they wanted to give him like a big finisher because he was the starter.
Okay, I mean...
That makes a lot more sense.
I could accept that, but obviously this isn't the end of the series, so what went wrong there?
They decided to make Dawn of the Clans.
Okay.
And then Dawn of the Clans did not do well.
Okay.
So they went to make A Vision of Shadows, which was a continuation since Omen of the Stars.
Okay.
So basically, they tried something new with Dawn of the Clans, because they're like, okay, we'll just make a whole new cast, we'll dive into this part of Warriors history, and it was lovely, I loved it. Mwah. It had its problems, of course, but it was fun. But then they decided, you know what, we'll just soft reboot the series instead of just rebooting the series in its entirety, and just start from where we left off.
Okay.
And it's like, oh...
I'm surprised that Dawn of the Clans didn't do well, because I thought you said those were fairly good.
They were very good, but based on everything I've seen, a lot of people have not read them. They got back into the series with A Vision of Shadows. They basically skipped over Dawn of the Clans.
Which I guess I can see.
Yeah, because they thought the fourth was the end. Omen of the Stars was kind of disappointing, so you can see like why people might not want to pick up Dawn of the Clans.
Yeah.
But then they're like, you know what? It's been a couple years. I want to see what the hell those cats are doing, so I'll just pick up where Omen of the Stars left off. And just Dawn of the Clans just was like a prequel that kind of fell by the wayside.
Okay. So, okay. I don't like Firestar being involved. So he was already like tangentially involved because it was his family. And also like the dude's old, let him rest. But like I guess I can accept it like a little bit more if, you know, it's like them trying to send off, you know, their baby boy. They're trying to send him off with a good final battle, and like I can kind of understand that. And then that just didn't happen.
Yeah. Like, I get the idea. Like, I genuinely can see, like, how they got from point A to point B. It's just...
Like, it's dumb narratively, but I can understand the sentimentality of it.
Yes. And honestly, you can probably see that in terms of the kids. Like, they're like, if they just picked up the series that summer, oh, it's Firestar! Oh my god, it's back Firestar! So, like, people our age, or our age back then, would have been...
School, early college, something like
that. Let me see when The Last Hope. It came out in 2012. So right before we graduated, because we graduated in 2013.
Yeah.
Showing our age here. I am so glad you did not know that, because that is like one of the things people have griped about for years, and it is one of the stupidest narrative decisions I've ever done.
Like, now that you've said it, like, it's, like, triggering some little, like, vague memories, so, like, I may have seen that and then just completely glossed over it because I had no idea what it was talking about.
That is fair, yes.
But yeah, no, that's dumb.
It is dumb. It is quite dumb. But
It's dumb, but like
you get where
given the context, like it's an understandable dumb.
yes, exactly. It's just you can see how they got there. You just don't like how they got there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Omen of the Stars. One of the Twitter answers, by the way, was the complaint that Ivy Poole was straight, which I can see, yes, because Ivy Poole was considered by many to be lesbian coded. There was no real.
I could get those vibes.
I get the vibes. I wouldn't call it queer baiting by any sense, just because I love warriors, but they're too incompetent to even consider that.
Like I do remember reading that and like being like, oh, maybe at least like this cat won't just wind up a mom like every other female character in the entire series, including the ones who are supposed to be nuns.
Yes, the nuns are the strangest one. To be fair, her mate is,
To be fair, her mate is entirely forgettable.
That's sad, but true. I want to say Fern. Okay, Ivy Poole, who's your mate? I'm so sorry. It starts with an F. I can see your face. I can see the face Moon Kitty has drawn for you, and I cannot.
Fern Cloud.
Fern Song.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Fern Song is her mate. Okay, right. Apologize. I should have known that. I knew that in my head. It went out the window. Fern Song is a very good boy. He is not given much of anything, but he is, when Ivy Poole and Fern Song are kind of discussing, hey, would you want to have kids at some point? In like a little off scene in A Vision of Shadows, Ivy Poole is like, not really sure, like, I might want them, but I really don't want to be restricted to the nursery.
Yeah.
Because she's very active, girl boss, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And Fern Song is like, oh, that's fine. I'll like, once they're old enough, where they can stop nursing, I'll just be their dad. I'll just be the den dad.
I'll be stay-at-home dad.
I'll be stay-at-home den dad, and it is very cute because he's just like, I will just be there for taking care of them, and you can just go out and just be doing your thing, and I'll just be there to cuddle them.
Aw, that's sweet.
It is sweet. I think that was a one-off line that either Kate or Cherith put in. I think it was Kate, and then it was never picked up again because there was never any indication, which is very tragic.
Rip. All right.
Because that's such a cute concept, and a den dad would be very sweet.
It would be very sweet.
Hey, we decided to split this up because it became very long. It's like a lot, so we've just decided to split it up into a few videos. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we had a lot of fun talking about it. Thank y'all so much, and bye-bye.